Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hut here in Call of the Wild on the Revontuli coast. Watching the moose, I assume, head into the water. I want to check out, which is here. Siri or Alexa, I don't know. uh, it just told me to go check out this track. I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't really remember uh, Revontuli that much, if I'm being honest. There. Oh yeah, stuck on the terrain. Anyway, Sir Alex was all like, "Yo, check out this track. You should follow it." Which I'm assuming is just the same as any other map when they tell you to follow a track. Could be whatever it can be. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious to see if it's like a large track. So I'm gonna creep down here and have a peek before I creep down to the water and start looking for these moose. So I was pontificating in my old brain box. You know, where would be a good place if I was to do a moose grind? I don't think I'm quite prepared for 150 to 130 zones on Medved or New England. I don't particularly like the map in Leighton Lakes. Oh, scandal. But truth is, it's a pain in the ass. It's just hard to tell what's water and what's land. Your moose are all over the place, and I'm not exactly a genius on how to grind something like that. And truth be told, if I did get, let's say, back into playing, for hours a day, it's not a small track. It's like there is a large track. You should follow it. Well, I would like to think it's headed towards the water because it's supposed to be doing that right now. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to make a video and I'm going to call it. I'm trying to think of a good name though, because it's not. I'm not very good at naming my videos. I've named like one or two good videos. You know, well, I've named like two videos. Well, I got one that's got like 40. Well, I've got like two that's got like 40 likes or whatever views. One I named rather well, even though it was kind of a mistake in the end, but it's heading towards 100 views. I think it'll get to 100, but the a Fallout video I made. But basically, I miss my old maps. This game is so frustrating. Like, I chose this game originally because I wanted something fun and easy that didn't take a lot of stuff, you know? I don't need to chop down trees, gather sticks, cook meat, worry about the weather. I just wanted to wander around and shoot stuff. I was a big fan of Cabela's back in the day. I like hunting games. I've always liked hunting games. I grew up in a family that hunts. It was never really much of my thing, but I've been hunting. But you know, well, my family likes to hunt and fish, right? I'll go fishing anywhere, anytime. You got to convince me to go hunting, you know. You certainly would have to now, you know. I'm not a 12-year-old kid who wants to shoot things. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Ooh, they're right there. That is so close. I got the zone. Hey, big feller. That's a 3, right? Yeah, easy. Easy 3, easy 3. They're less than 100 yards. There we go. This isn't turning out too poorly. I'm gonna go real low here. I want to kind of get this way a little bit. Low and slow, that's the tempo. I got symmetry and the balance is right. Smoking and drinking on a Tuesday night. Don't sue me. That's some B-boys right there. Kind of wish I had that new muzzle loader. But I think what I'm going to try is put this dog in the sit position. I got an okay wind. So we'll make it a little more fun and maybe get close enough to get a at least a non-scoped shot. I have some reservations about the 300 right now. It's doing what it does sometimes. If you don't know, the 300 and the Solican are sometimes occasionally known for shooting blanks. And they look so good, Dad. Look how furry they look. I know I saw a bigger one, so I'm a little hesitant to pull the trigger. I'm curious to see if there's another male back there. I think I have all the zones on this piece of water. Alright, let's try to no-scope this moose. And if you've watched my videos before, which you haven't, then you know I like to complain about some things. It's not that I'm opposed to making the game more challenging, but I think I think a lot of games these days are more into, they want to make things more difficult without really understanding how it affects realism. I got him. That should be a hit. Yeah, he's done. He's done. We got a floater. I saw some big old ungulates running in the background there. But I didn't see a male. But a no scope double long, I would guess. There's a bit of excitement. Look at this wet old deer. Look at him. Look at him. He looks so good. So pretty in this game. Got the silver. A good ways from gold. But yeah, there's your double long. The other thing is I would like to be able to choose, like, I want it to go to X-ray automatically. But that's not how we're doing the game these days. That's okay, things change. Some things are good. Some things are not good. I'll take what we got here. We'll quick travel over to here. Pardon me. So I'm gonna head this way. Sort of my original target. I was like, I got these tents on me. How many tents? I'm 2 tents. What? But I wanted to find a place to throw a tent down. I don't have a. Here's my guns. We have a. Oh, you can't. That's not how you do it. Go down. Yeah, buddy. We got the 308. Always. Favorite gun. The 300, which is temperamental in this game, like the Solican. Sometimes it just doesn't hit. It shoots blanks, and then we got the 22. If I decide to shoot one of these random goose or ducks that are sitting around. There's a decent amount of missions on this map. I'm much happier with the New England map as far as missions are concerned. I don't know how much of a... It's like Hirschfelden, but somewhat better. I don't know. I don't think New England or Mississippi are going to be maps I'm just on very much. But the reason I want to do a video on why I miss my old maps, it's just like I miss my old maps, man. Like I had my stuff together, I knew where to go. And good for you for trying to, I don't know, fix your game. Okay. No, alright. And then, hold on. Yeah, there are definitely maps that have animals I want to hunt. And other maps that have animals, you know, I don't really care about that much. But that's what I liked about this game. You know, there's a wide variety. You can, I was saying earlier, you know, I'm not much of a critter hunter. So fox and raccoon and coyotes and all those things, you know, not really my cup of tea. Bird hunting is okay. I mean, here's the thing, and this is kind of what's pissing me off right now, if I just can be honest, which I can and will be. Like, you're creating a toxic environment whether you know it or not. And there's going to be people that played this game in the past who don't necessarily enjoy what's happened and what's going on now. And what a lot of that is, it seems to be to make the game harder. Now, I've been trying to be cool because I'm cool. You're cool. We're all cool, right? Uh, got him. Got the lead. Oh, he bounced! Holy smokes! And just to let you know, Pizza gets shots, but they've obviously turned up the challenging aspects of this game. That's going to appease and please a lot of, you know, old players who want some new challenges. But it also is going to take away certain elements of the game that perhaps you enjoy or you've gotten used to. And again, I'm not a punk, man. I understand that this is needed to keep a game fresh, to keep it challenging, to keep it interesting, but you know, here's my issue recently. I feel like certain aspects of the game were just lost. What did we get? I don't even know what this is. What do we get? A tundra bean goose, silver male, beautiful bird. Love it. But you're occasionally taking something away from the game as well. And I think if you don't recognize that, acknowledge that, then you're going to end up missing out on certain things. And it's a real shame, I think. You know, there's nothing wrong with forward progress. But I feel that forward progress is negating progress you already made. What did you really accomplish you change the dynamic, but for the better is really the question. So yeah, you know, I mean, I've got, what have we got? Bears, because that's what I was dumb enough to do. Pizza was a mess, and for whatever reason, I thought the bears on this map were black bears. They're not. It obviously says brown bear. When I started hunting this map, I was like, the great one bear was out. I was all excited. There we go. So we do have some moose around. A moose around. But, you know, I screwed up a little bit, and that's fine. That's on me, but... You know, all bears drink at night. That's dumb. That's you just... A game I love, but also like to complain about and play a lot, is The Long Dark. They have a mode called Interloper that they're pretty proud of, but I think it's kind of crap because it takes you out of a lot of immersive qualities, realistic qualities from the game. And really, that's just less than a mile away. It just makes things more difficult, but not in a way that feels natural, immersive, realistic. You know, the example I use in that game is a sweater doesn't go bad in a drawer in a house. No matter what the apocalypse is, in, you know, 3 months, it's going to be fine. I still can't spot this jerk. And, you know, you got to search through a lot of containers in that game. You can turn down the amount of things you might find in the container. Looks bigger than this guy. Let's do something about this one. We'll see if we can get the shot in. It depends. It might shoot a blank. I kind of hope it does, honestly. I was going to say that looked like a good hit to me. But I've shot the same shot. Get out, pizza. Quit texting. Yeah, it's my kid. They're way more important than you are. Rando. There we go. What are you? Ducks? No way. Oh, geese?
Is it a tundra or a taiga? Lots of people have opinions of which it is. I think sometimes we shouldn't be so complicated and just call it the bean goose.
Shut up. Busy. Luckily, every time it wants to tell me about one of these stupid ass animals, I gotta come off my map. I don't know a bow either. But like I said, I was like, you know, if I'm gonna come out here, I might as well bring a tent, because it is out in the middle of nowhere. I'll figure that out shortly. I'm not worried about these moose. Let's go. There's a tree. Anyway, let's find this fool. I would love this guy to go aggro. But, I mean, you gotta be really close, and it's kind of derpy. To say the least. He's down right there. We'll get up here and we'll just kind of hang in these bushes for a minute. Didn't expect this. Sit down, stupid. Yep. She's dead. Did she just attack my dog? Good for you, because Rascal's a punk. Never be fooled. Rascal's a punk. Full cash here. Get low again. I could get one more shot in. Yeesh. I don't like it touching this right here though. Anyway. I mean, I figure if you play a game like this, if you play 7 Days to Die, if you play Ark, Conan, any of those kind of games. You know, there are eventual changes that are going to come, that should come for new players to keep the game exciting, to keep things challenging, and make things, you know, well, viable to make more money. But, you know, occasionally you should take into consideration that you're losing something. Sometimes from the game as well, and you're going to lose players, you're going to lose people, and if you can do the justification in your head that says, well, we lost every 2 players for this change, but we gained 3. I kind of get it, but I don't know. What I didn't want to do, I guarantee, and I can tell you that I feel confident and comfortable saying this part. You know, I would say at least 85% of your players didn't want to go back and find all these friggin' zones again and fill out their maps again. And I've done videos on zone hunting, on new maps, on maps I haven't played before, etc. And they're boring videos because, I mean, a lot of it is just spent finding zones, trying to figure out where to hunt these, try to figure out whether a stand is going to be, you know, worth it. They don't put stands on the maps like they used to that you can buy for 2100 or 1700. And so you need to think about how many stands, tripods you can put up, how many, you know. And it, like I said, especially with the 150 zones for moose, what are you trying to do, dude? I can't remember the 43 zones that only have females in it, you know? And I'm not really trying to play that game. Whatever. And I get that challenging but not crazy complicated isn't always necessarily the easiest thing to accomplish. Anyway, I'll do you. Figure it out. I'm going to throw a tent down so I don't have to walk all the way back here again. This looks kind of flat. Nope. 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 Not to mention, do I still need to be 300 yards away? But we got a lake and and then here's another one. Choices. All right. As I often state in my videos, pizza is a human, not a Hulk. I need a quick break. I'll be back within 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, back to it, pizza. Get your butt in here, bud. Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna throw a tent down some random place, it might be here. We'll hit this one first. Uh, here's what I think, and it's a strategy. All right, let's get a run on. It's a ways away, right? In half a mile. You know, whatever. I'm texting. Whatever point I had, I'm sure I've forgotten it. But I'll start making new ones anyway. Yeah. So you know, games are going to change. They're going to update. It's not like the old days. You know, a game came out and that's what it was. Uh, it hasn't been that way since modding started happening. Since games really became PC oriented. After you could bring mods to consoles, etc. It just, like I said, you know, there's games like 7 Days to Die. Let me just pause here. This game isn't even officially out yet. It's a strange. The state of play of games is weird to me. Partially because I'm an old dude, but also partially just because, you know, just because you're old doesn't mean you lack uh, you know, it's not that I don't want innovation or you know, added content, etc. It's just that I feel like a game isn't hardly even a game anymore because it's never finished. You know, I'll give you an example. Ark. Ark is not done. It's not complete. Uh, in my opinion, it's not. Uh, it's hard to explain to somebody that your first game was Pong. You came up on the Nintendo and the Sega and PlayStation 1, 2, 3, etc. Games that came out, they didn't get updated. They didn't have 7 iterations. It was it. And while it's nice to say like, man, God, this mechanic sucks, and to have them come in and fix it is great. Or if the game was kind of easy, but you added a few elements to make it a little stronger or tougher, but it's like the game you purchased on day one is a pretty different game by day 365, and a completely different game in 2 years. And so for a person, we'll say like me, but just I'm like a lot of people, and they don't have to be old farts like me. I'm just saying, like, give me something I can get used to, understand, and conquer and love, instead of some kind of malleable thing that can turn into something I don't like at all, you know? Hmm. You know, shout "oh guy" till the end of days, it doesn't really change that basic fact that very few releases are complete. And what they do is they trick you with the allure of, well, look what we can do. We figured out how to do this, and we figured out how to do that. I'll tell you a game to go play. It's called Mars. I might have a subtitle, I'm not really sure. But it's fairly a pretty basic game. It's not really open world, but it kind of feels like it. And that game was not perfect, but it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I could play it right now. I like the building in it. I like the crafting. I mean, all right. Oh well. Here, let me give you a better game, like Last of Us, right? If you played the original Last of Us, you loved it, you hated it. There were great things, there were terrible things. It was the game that it was, and is. And they stuck with that formula, so Last of Us 2. But it's done. It's out. You can figure it out, you know what I mean? A game like this, especially for someone who's like an excellent sharpshooter, and someone who enjoys hunting and hunting games, or, well, alright, so hunting is nostalgic for me. It's not something I would go do now. It's just not something I would do now. But I like kind of reliving that in a video game. What I don't want to do is every year have to go refine all my god darn zones, and everything that I have set up is complete garbage because that's not what's there or what's happening anymore. That's not fun. That's not fun. It's not fun. It's not. It is not fun. If you're brand new day one player, okay, then you don't have to change anything. Everything's new. You're exploring. You're figuring out the game. And that's what I'm talking about earlier, that you're causing a division between your players because your old players, your new players are going to think, oh, what a bunch of weak losers. You play the game right. Play it hard. You guys said all this easy stuff. We do it the real way. No. You're doing it the way it is out now. And if that equals more challenging than the original game, what it's going to do is it's going to make new players feel cocky and like they're better than old players. It's going to make old players frustrated because you've changed the complete system that you sold people. Right? Like this is not the game that people bought at release. Day one. And like I said, while you can say, well, it's so much better now. Is it? It is for some players. But not necessarily your entire community. And it doesn't make those old players are losers and don't know how to play the game. In fact, I would think it would make them the opposite, but it creates that atmosphere, you know? And that's not cool, man. $234. Not bad, not bad. Here we go. I was hoping for another little spot back here. There's a 189, not great. Well, but this seems a little more viable as a place to set up a Great One grind on Moose. Who are you? You know what? Get out of my face. Basically because I can set up a stand and at least shoot 2 zones in this particular area. I think I'm going to pop this guy if I can. I can find him again. There he is. There he is. Not a great shot, but I might be able to get it in there. Into his lung anyway. We'll one lung this guy if we can. That's good. We'll give them a minute to do their thing. Oh, but there's another body of water. Let's reload this bad boy, huh? Got my fall colors on there. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Get up. Get up. Why can't I get up? Why can't I fucking get up? This game pisses me off so much sometimes. I can't get up. I cannot get up. Cannot stand up right now. There we go. No, why? Why? Why is it different now? The hell makes a difference now? You know, what the fuck makes a difference now? Nothing. Anyway. Progress. Couldn't get up. Couldn't stand up. Could not do it. Pressing the button, couldn't do it. Didn't press the wrong button. Didn't screw it up. That guy's not even... The 300 is garbage. Come on. I'm going to have to switch to the 338 or the 7mm. One-shot guns I friggin' hate. Why? Because the game that's been out for years has the same glitch on the 300 and the Solican that it's had from the day those guns were introduced. They shoot blanks sometimes. So let's go see how I screwed this up. In theory. I was ranged at 164, right? Yep. So we'll check the range on the deer we shot. Let's look for some moose on this other lake. These zones in. All I can say is that the 300 is not a gun I feel comfortable with. I don't feel confident. I like the gun, but it's my preferred weapon for these sized animals. So if you can't fix the 300, which apparently you cannot, then put a new gun in that's another 300 and it works. Just do that for me, can you? Can you give me a 300 Win Mag that works? Or one that is comparable that works and is not one shot? It's like either use the crap gun that only works sometimes or use a gun that works every time but you can't get a follow-up shot. We're sorry. And again, great. Way to cause division in your friggin' that's a 1. Your core group of players, because there's always going to be people in this game who are like 7mm. It's 7mm. It's 7mm and nothing for me, bruh. And I think they're better shooters. 7mm's a great gun. It puts deer down. But is it because the 300 is broken? Because the 300 should do the same damn thing. So there we go. We got another zone. Nah, nothing particularly impressive to me, so let's just go get this. Badly shot for, apparently. Looked like a great shot to me. But let's see the yardage. And let's go follow dummy here. Yeah. Great, I'm glad we ran down here so we can run back this way. I'm just saying, the dogs are still a problem. The birds aren't great. There's all kinds of things to address from day one release that still haven't been addressed. The Solican's a wreck. It works mostly now. And the 300 is like, you know, I'd say at this point, a 50-50 shot. Whether it has to do with it just doesn't, like I've shot at less than 164 yards, ranged correctly, point blank into the chest, in the heart, and lungs. And I'm telling you, nothing happened. It shot a blank. I am not confused. I'm not a dummy. I'm not a bad shot. And in fact, I proved it to myself earlier today. I didn't record it, but I got busy with the 308 and was killing it with the wrong ammo. No problems. No, every hit was hit. Dead on, because I'm a gosh darn good shot, right? But the second I start shooting these piece of shit animals with the 300, we gotta play this game. Give me the spot. Give me the spot. I saw him out there. Give me the spot. Well, it looks like the lakes are pretty populated with moose, so I'm happier than this weird river run. That's not fun at all. This game is so confusing now. Roof. Well, you're dumb for getting used to playing a game for 3 years the same way. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I think you're dumb for not expecting more from your video game. Alright, let's see what kind of crap shot this ended up being. Oh wait, I have to press a button. Press another button. No way. No way. Alright, what's the yardage? 130 yards. Range 164. It was in the lungs. It was in the friggin' lungs. Anyway. Yeah, whatever. At least we got a moose lake. Let's fast travel. I don't know. And then, of course, we'll talk about the stuff people don't want to talk about. Which would be, yeah, you know, hey, every time we change things, 13 things break. I don't know. You're old. You're used to games coming out complete and excellent and being worth 5 stars or an A plus or whatever. That's not how games are done these days. Do you hear what you're saying? You're just mad the games were better. Or that's not correct termination. The correct term, I mean. It's more about games were complete when they came out. When I played GoldenEye, it was done. You know how many updates I had for Perfect Dark? None. Super Mario had no updates. Battletoads had no updates. That game is wrecked. But we learned how to play it. And like I said, I just feel like, you know what? It feels schizophrenic. Not schizophrenic. What's the no. That's, what do you call it? Split personality. It's like games have a split personality. You know? It's like what we put out there to sell to our initial audience to build, you know, clout is the word I would use. Fire for today's word, just to get people amped, and then fix it by turning it into garbage? I don't know. Garbage is an aggressive word. Turning it into something it wasn't, you know. Was goose hunting on Hirschfelden super easy? No, because it rarely ever worked. Ever. But when it did work, yeah, it was pretty easy. But since it hardly ever worked, it didn't really matter. Yeah, there were days where I could make 80 grand in a day just shooting geese. Let me point out that I'm walking in the direction of my wind because that's how this game has always been. That hasn't changed. Set a marker and walk in that direction for a minute. That's where your wind's going to go, if you are surprised about that. Well, it's a video game. That's what they do. It's not really even the problem for me. The problem is that I'm used to hunting moose here, and then it'll turn into whitetail or whatever. Because, well, we changed everything. Because we didn't really release the game like it should have been in the first place. And so now we're going to fix it and sell it as better. Yeah. Look at what we did. We improved the game. Look at this piece of shit we put out. Look how amazing we made it now. For $7.99, you can get an even better map. One that works. Just irritated. Isn't that right, Rascal? Because there's games I want to play. Like, I want to be an ARC player. Well, I want to be an ARC single player. You can take your PvP and shove it up your booty hole. That has no interest to me. The PvE can be fun as long as you get on the right weird server, in my case, but I'm not a bad video game player. I'm not a lazy video game player. I just expect things that I don't receive anymore. And when you put a lot of that to quality and completeness, am I that wrong? Am I that weak? I'll play y'all in Fortnite any day. I will snipe your stupid head off your ridiculous shoulders. Believe me, whatever outfit you're wearing, whatever gun kit you have, whatever little thing you got going on, I will kill you and wreck your day and take your loot and mess up your stats. And believe me, I will let you know in the chat. But I'm not wrong. I think that's part of the problem too, by that division. That's what I'm talking about. You demand quality. You want more and you're a prick. You suck it up and eat everything they splat in your face, as dumb as it can be. Some players might think you're kind of weak. It's just not necessary. You want new players, you don't have to, you know, alienate your base. Those guys are old. They were playing the game 5 years ago. Screw them. Wow. But where we're at now is that your new players are literally, in my opinion, programmed to believe that they are better players because they're playing a quote-unquote tougher game, a quote-unquote more challenging game. And you're led to think that these guys had it easy. Don't know what you went through. I haven't played the game you played. Right? Weren't you better than them? Y'all were playing the same game. If someone thinks something sucks, you should listen. Alright. I'm gonna get this guy at exactly 164. So I'm basically dead-eye ranged. Right? Getting that second shot, it's no easy thing these days. God. Anyway. I guess what I'm saying is, I feel like new players are manipulated into feeling like they're the better players of the game because they started when it was tougher. And old players are manipulated into thinking they're better players at the game because they were here when it was a different game. And my point is, why isn't the game just the game? it should be an is what it is kind of situation, but we don't really do that anymore. Nice looking 4. Not too big though. Just barely made gold. Yeah, so which lake do you put the 10 on? This looks very moosey. It will bust up over here. Why is this so beat up? Must have shot some geese. Anyway, it's frustrating, it's irritating, it has its moments. I just feel like certain games, you know, alright, so we'll do, Outer Worlds. So, Outer Worlds is a good game. I really enjoy it. I've played it a bunch. I felt like all the DLC was an add-on. You know, it never really felt like it wrecked the game or turned it into something that it originally wasn't. No matter what it added in. That is a big female. I'm not going to get the shot. Maybe. Dropped it. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm no joke. But I feel like sometimes the game wants to turn it into something more difficult than it needs to be. Let's go see what her brown bear was. It's a big female. I think it shot her in the brain though. Nice looking. What color is this? Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a blonde. Oh, heart double lung. Let's get the. Let's press the extra button and then this button. Pizza wreck this bear. You're welcome. But we're gonna keep this one. Blondes and cinnamons, I don't really know how they rank anymore. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know. I don't know what's a rare anymore. What? Anyway. Do you like this game? Yes. Do I want to start over every year or two? No. So, do with that what you will. Yeah, anyway. If you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. Well, we might go shoot one more. What's the range on that? 282 yards. Yeah, I can already tell if I was really... Ooh, 276. 251. Ooh. No, 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 no. That's a big bull right there. 284. That's who we're going for right there. Don't have much time. Oh, hello. Holy! 276. He's not 376 yards. It's more like 200 something. Let's see if we can put a bullet in this one. You know what? Let's just go ahead and put the Argus on. Yeah, I'm gonna bust him in just a moment, hopefully. Wait, am I down? No. There we go. Seems like a lot of... That seemed low. Let's say that was definitely low. Oh, I got him. Alright. Got moose running all over the place. There's big boy, though. Get out of the way, lady. Alright, so we'll keep creeping. We're gonna move a little bit. Time is something to consider. This is a good chance to say, look, my point is, it's not that I dislike the game, hate the game. It's not like I think it's all the changes are bad. It's not like I think, I had a better game or a lesser game. I just feel like it can be frustrating, to feel like you've been playing a game for months, because a lot of times that's all you get these days, or even years, and then it's just not what it was, what you enjoyed, what you wanted, even. From the game. That's not me being an ignorant old player. It's not me being someone that is opposed to new. It's not me being opposed to, change. It's really just about putting out a product one way, turning it into a completely different product, and then being like, oh, you're a piece of shit because you liked it this way. I paid for your game. The reason you were able to make it this way is because you got my money. This bullshit. In the first place. So, my bad. You're right. And so I'm going to continue what I continue to do. And I'll let you decide how you feel like that is helpful to your game. But I don't buy games at release. I don't buy anything new anymore. There are like 2 or 3 titles that I would buy that came out day one these days. And even then I'd be kind of sketchy. I would expect it to be broken, which is even worse. You expect your game to be garbage? Yeah, I do. You expect it not to work? Don't we all? You still play it. I like playing video games. But look how much fun you're having. Yeah, alright, this is kind of fun, but I mean, I've got 20 minutes to kill this deer. I don't have a good shot. Holy, who's this? Oh, that's the one I already shot. Alright, we're gonna end up taking a weird shot, I'm assuming. 264? No, it's less. Alright, there's my shot. I try to sneak it into a long. Get out of the way, stupid. And get this lady to put her head down at the right time. We'll see how that works out. You know what? I obviously didn't get a good hit on the one I wanted. There they go. I didn't even know if I got a hit on that one. Whatever. I'm gonna shoot you in the ass, maybe. That's what I'm talking about. This 300 is bullshit. You know, you want to wreck my gameplay through some different ways. At least let me make the guns work. You know. Well, it looks like I hit one. Okay. Hey, buddy. Here's my gold. Hey, Brown. Either one of those I shot are dead yet. If I shot them. It's hard to tell these days. Out of render. I got one of them. Yeah, maybe the dog can track it, maybe it can't. Guess we'll see. Let's go, buddy. You got this. Super easy. There you go. Hopefully he gets on the blood trail that matters. The dogs are crap. Oh. I say take him out of the game and redo it, personally. Hello. Shut up. 296 yards. Alright, let's get up here. Potential diamond. I've got like 8 minutes. 300 yard shot on a sketchy 300. Yeah, well. Guess that's what we're doing. Put your head up. Put your head up. I don't think it's going to count that as a hit. Oh, I got him. I got him. Right. I could care less about these other moose. We'll set a marker. Let's go get this potential diamond. But here's the problem. I had no confidence in that, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like that was a kill shot. When I pulled the trigger, but you just don't know, do you? Two nice moose. Hard to say. Alright, we'll see how that turns out. Let's set a marker before that one dies. Hopefully dies. It's dead. Alright. Pizza, look at this game. What are you talking about? Don't be fooled. What used to feel like skill now feels like luck. You know? And that's not what I'm looking for. I want to feel like a badass when I pull that trigger and knock one down. You know what I'm saying? Alright, come here, dummy. It shouldn't be that far. No, we'll just track him. Well, let's see if we manage to eke out a diamond on this. It's hard to tell. I mean, he's got the paddles. Oh, this might be a diamond. But it's not. So add that in. Whatever. No one cares. I swear, I'm going to start a whitetail great one grind. I think it'll be more interesting in the long run. I really do. And so, he's like, well, what are you trying to do, Pizza? Are you trying to be a YouTuber? I don't really know. I'm just trying to have fun and maybe put some stuff out there that people enjoy. And I just feel like I'm getting abused. Where you at, buddy? He's healing. God damn it, track. All this fatal blood's too hard for him to figure out. I don't know. It's confusing. Yep. Come on, dummy. It's this way. Nice color. Tan. I couldn't tell you if tan was meaningful or not. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anymore. It's a completely different video game. So, whatever. I guess this is pretty good for my point. Don't sell people one video game. Right? And then a year later, have a completely different game. And then a year later, another completely different game. And then in 2 years later, another. Just make new video games. A while too. How about that? Finish, well, fix and finish this one. Okay. Yeah, fix and finish this one and then make a new one. I feel like it used to be the better formula. Because your next game should be finished too. And I would say that beyond bug fixes, because people don't put out finished games, 1 or 2 updates, add-ons, we used to call them DLC. Do that. Do that. That's what I would prefer. Well, I prefer you just put out a game. And like I said, in Outer Worlds, just add a DLC. You want to change it, you want to make things different, you want to add something. Well, then we get our add-on, our DLC, or whatever, but where's blood, dude? I don't even know what you're tracking. There's nothing here. You're literally running around in something like, there's nothing I can see. I don't see any tracks. You see any tracks? You see any blood? You see anything? No. Nothing's showing up. I'm just chasing this blue outline of my fake ass dog. Where's the blood on the ground? Where's the tracks? We're 30 minutes out of the zone time and it's gone. So he's double tracking now. Backtracking. I don't see any blood. You see any blood? You see a single track? I'll tell you what I see. Nothing. But I guess this dog's got it. Must be this track. Must be the blood. Must be we gotta run around this friggin' water. Y'all. Making a game more complicated doesn't necessarily make it more challenging, exciting, or fun. You just made it more complicated. I mean, look how far away I am. It's gonna take me half a day to get back there to search for this other moose I think I might have killed, but I'm not exactly sure anymore. Go! And I hope you hear the frustration in my point, because this is frustrating. Where are my tracks, yo? Where's the blood, yo? How am I supposed to follow this animal without the dog? There's nothing here. Nothing here to show me that we're chasing this moose I shot. Nothing. I can't see what the blood level's at. I don't know if we're at 0 to 25%. It just, you know, it was still 75%. Should I give up because it's obviously going to turn to prey? Now, here's a dead deer in the woods with no blood trail. Here we go. First sign of blood I've seen. And obviously on a shot it's saying I didn't make. So let's see. The vital organ hit. The scapula stopped me. Could be legit. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's run the 674 yards. That's almost 7 football fields, American football fields, to get back to where I need to be. Anyway, this game was fine. It was a good game. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I'm not saying that I don't or can't anymore. It's just, it's not the same game. And the thing is, I didn't start playing this game until like they introduced the dogs, right? And I remember the big thing in the community then was, well, if you play it now, you're a loser because it used to be hard. We had to track our animals. We had to use our little thing here. Can't even get the thing to come up anymore. I don't even remember how. This is how we found our animals. This is how we tracked. This is how we do it. We did it all in the hunter mate. I'll never use the hunter mate. I know it's basically a useless item for me. A distraction and annoying. Y'all do you, y'all be you. Enjoy what you enjoy. But here's what I would say. If you're an old player in a game that's been around like this, that just keeps never being a complete game, you're not going to be happy or satisfied. If you're a new gamer to an old game like this, that's had a ton of changes, you're not better than the old players. Just not. You're playing a video game that should be Call of the Wild 2. And just like there are Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, and New Vegas players, well, you're going to find out there are different types of players for different games. Yeah, we're going to have to run backwards, buddy, because you can't go that way. Good day, game, dumb. Give me some blood. It's still 75 to 100. This might be prey. Or it might have taken 30 minutes to die. I don't know. Oh, I have 2 blood spatters. Okay, so we have another one to find at some point. We'll see if the dog's on the right one. There's no pressure here. So I'm obviously on to a different blood trail. And the dog is on. I think. They said 25 to 50. So I think this is a dead one. Well, the way I can tell if the dog's on the same track is if I get up here and the animal is outlined in blue. It is. I mean, this just feels like to me like go out and shoot some shit and see what happens. Anyway. Man. I guess the problem is that today's games, you fall in love with a game, and it's not the same game a year later. Because the game you fell in love with wasn't finished when they released it. And they made 37 changes to appease whoever or whatever. I know I saw a double blood truck. How are you even supposed to deal with this? That's how you deal with it. I mean, just give me a 50 cal machine gun and let me go at it at this point. When does the Gatling gun come out? Anyway, I might be the crying and whining bitch ass baby that you want me to be, or maybe you just suck and your expectations are super low. But take what you can take these days because that's all you get from video games. Okay. You do you. I'm out. I'll be contemplating what is next. I'd like to be a person that does YouTube videos on video games, but the problem is the games I really like to play are so friggin' old it doesn't really matter, and the new games kind of suck, and I just don't know what to do. So, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. You guys be good to each other, and have a good day.